All right, guys, this is your Bears Game 2 recap. And in Game 2, the Bears fall to the Detroit Lions 52-21. That now drops the Bears' record on the year to 0-2. Defensively, this team had no turnovers. Defensively, the Bears had no turnovers today, so they had no INTs, no forced fumbles, and the Bears' defense also had no sacks. Your leading tackler for the Bears defense was my boy Jaquan Brisker with 7 solo tackles. Offensively, Rome Odunze was our leading receiver with 7 receptions for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. DJ Moore added in 46. DJ Moore added in 46 yards receiving. Rome had the only 2 touchdowns through the air. Rushing wise, DeAndre Swift was our leading rusher with 63 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Our rookie Kyle Monangai added in 28 yards rushing. Caleb Williams was 19 of 30 for 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and sacked 4 times. Offensive player of the game, Rome Odunze with 7 receptions for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensive player of the game, Jaquan Brisker with 7 solo tackles. Overall player of the game, Rome Odunze with 7 receptions, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Takeaways from this game. Offense needs to clean up the penalties. Plain and simple. Too many penalties, too many false start penalties. They need to maybe switch some stuff up here because I just don't think Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones are very good. Most of the hurries that came, most of the pressures that came to Caleb and the sacks that he took were because of Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones. They suck. I'm sorry, they just do. The only positives I see out of this offense is I think they are better than last year. I mean, I'm just going to have faith. I don't want to, but obviously, like Jonathan Vilman said, I know Bears fans want this all to come at one time because of who Ben Johnson is. But like he said, it's not going to all come at one time. There's going to be growing pains. And I have to believe he's right. So I just don't honestly think this team at this point, I don't know. I don't really have much to say offensively. They showed signs today. There was moments in the game they looked really good, and other moments there was moments in the game where the offense looked really good. Like once again, drove down opening drive, scored a touchdown. Everything looked good. Later in the first quarter, I think, I don't remember exactly when they got, but so the first half they had moments where they looked good. They were driving, but penalties, false starts, penalties killed the drives. I will say I think this offense is way better than it was last year. But other than that, I really don't have much with the offense because they've looked okay. Looked better than last year, anyways. Caleb looks a little better than last year, so that's a positive. But positive for this game, not a lot to go off of. But anyways, I just don't. The offense looks better than last year. That's all I'm going to say. At times they look good today. They need to clean up the penalties. That's my biggest complaint with the offense right now. Is they need to clean up the penalties. They need to take better care of the opportunities when they have them to score. Defensively, I have nothing nice to say about this defense today. For the first time in my life, I'm going to say something I've never said about my Bears defense. They are absolute freaking trash. 2 games in a row, absolute trash. They started off slow, gave up 14 points early, and then, they settled down, stopped Detroit in 5 or 6 straight drives, and then Jalen got hurt, TJ got hurt, and then this defense just fell apart. I will say one thing about the defense, so that's good. They look solid. They just got exhausted and tired because the offense can't sustain long drives. That's something else with the offense. They need to sustain longer drives to keep our defense fresh. But yeah, offense, you need to work on sustaining longer drives and taking care of your opportunities when you got them. Defense and offense, you also need to clean up the penalties. Offense also needs to clean up the penalties. Defense, our safeties without Jalen and Kyler in there are just trash. Jaquan did okay. Did his thing. But Tyreek sucks. He needs to be benched. He just sucks. Other than that, I don't have much, guys. I'm sorry. Just irritated with it. Just was hoping for a lot more. Defense, they need to be more solid than what they were these first two games. When you give up 73 points in the first two games, that's not good. They need to clean that up, and offense needs to clean up the penalties and take better care of their opportunities when they get them. Yeah, just way too many miscues, way too many penalties. I mean, 2 opening drive. Last year we had no opening drive touchdowns. This year we got one the first game, one this game, obviously, because you only get one opening drive. But yeah, so that's at least a plus. We're going in the right direction. I'm just going to have faith in what Jonathan Vilman said, that it's going to come. There's going to be growing pains. You just got to give them time to adapt to Ben's way. So it is what it is, guys. Hopefully we'll be better next week. And we can move on and we can beat the Cowboys. But anyway, at this point, I just think this team's going to go 0-17. But anyways, next week, the late game. Next Sunday, the late game at home. Our next game is the late game next Sunday at home against the Dallas Cowboys. As always, bear down, go Bears.